This is video number 2 for chapter 10, talking again about place and development of channel systems. Now with this slide, two different diagrams. One is showing how a producer-led channel is run, and the other is how a retailer-led channel is run. And although producers typically are the ones that hold leadership positions in the channel of distribution, sometimes powerful intermediaries such as Walmart may also serve as the channel captains. So in recent years it has become more popular for intermediaries to take on the role of the channel captain, especially with intermediaries such as I mentioned, Walmart and more powerful stores such as that. The producer-led channel on the left-hand side usually is where the producer develops the product and the price structure, but relies mainly on the intermediaries for help with distribution and promotion. Sometimes when you have wholesalers and retailers that want to be the channel captains, it's usually because of the size of the company itself, and a retailer or wholesaler might get involved with the product and pricing development, especially when they have the dealer brands. Okay, we talked about dealer brands earlier. When intermediaries and large channels, they want this power, okay, because of their size, because they have a lot of influence, and because they know that people tend to go to their stores. So the power that they have, they use it in essence against the producers. Large retailers buy such large volume from the producers that they often bypass wholesalers and deal with the producers directly also. Large retailers also get volume discounts from producers, which allows them to be more dominant with that as well. Compared to a traditional channel and a vertical marketing system, the whole channel from top to bottom focuses on the same target market. All right, the goal is to satisfy the needs and the wants of the same group of people. Corporate channel systems are characterized by the ownership of every level of the channel by the same corporation. They own it all. Okay, given the appearance that the firm is going direct and directly to the end user. Vertical integration just simply means the buying of other firms by one member of the channel. All right, any level of the channel can become the acquiring corporation, and any level of the channel or member of the channel could be acquired by the acquiring corporation. The administered channel system is where channel members have an informal agreement to cooperate with each other. All right, the agreements usually cover procedures for like routine ordering, just coordinating promotional efforts, things like that. The contractual channel system is where the different members of the channel formally agree to cooperate, but it's all through legal and binding contracts. And the most popular example of this one would be any kind of franchise companies. The Checking Your Knowledge, Dave Tyndall runs Made to Perfection, a residential and business cleaning service. He paid a fee to be part of the Made to Perfection system of local operators. The written agreement, right there, the written agreement gives him the right to use the company name and operations manual, and the agreement promises Dave that there will not be another Made to Perfection operator in his immediate area. He operates as a semi-independent entrepreneur, but is still part of a national organization. Dave is part of, and the key there, as I stressed, was the written agreement. That would be B for contractual. All right, when we're talking about ideal market exposure, that's just making the product available widely enough to satisfy your target customers' needs and wants. There are going to be 3 major ways of doing this. Intensive distribution is selling the product through any and all responsible and suitable wholesalers and retailers, your intermediaries, who will stock your product and or sell your product. The main thing that the book mentions here is you sell it where they buy it. The second one that we're going to talk about is selective distribution, and this is only selling through those intermediaries who will give the product special attention. Right, this is the mentality that the book uses is sell it where it sells best. A lot of times these are associated with shopping products. This is a way to reduce costs, get better working relationships and partners with other intermediaries as well. The final one is exclusive distribution, which means selling through only one intermediary in a particular geographic area. Sometimes this makes sense, especially when dealing with very specialty products, very usually elaborate products, very expensive products. These are not the products that you can just buy anywhere. Only a few places, probably across the country, would be able to have these particular products available for sale. This slide is just an example of two extremely different ways of doing things. Starburst is a convenience product and is sold using the intensive distribution mentality. Jaguar is more of a heterogeneous shopping or a specialty product. So Jaguar a lot of time uses the exclusive distribution to be able to sell and promote their luxury vehicles. Checking your knowledge. Chocolate Dreams is a manufacturer of expensive, high-quality, handmade, old-style candies that are sold through fine department stores and certain bookstores and fine gift shops. The ideal market exposure for products manufactured by Chocolate Dreams is... best answer here would be selective, because you just can't get it anywhere, but it's not just a few places across the country. Alright, we're talking about, on this slide, both vertical and horizontal arrangements. Vertical arrangements may or may not be legal, depending upon how they're handled. These arrangements exist across different levels of the channel. These go from producer to wholesaler to retailer, back and forth. Firms in this particular area need to be cautious about entering into any kind of exclusive distribution arrangements, because the courts can force companies to change some of their structures and pay damage awards based upon whether or not they feel they are breaking any kind of illegal or discriminatory actions. The horizontal arrangements among competitors, these arrangements are considered illegal. These are going across the same level. In this case, the example on the slide is retailers. The retailers themselves cannot agree to work together to like raise prices for consumers or to hurt us. So that is why those are considered illegal. This slide is just a visualization for you as to how complex a channel could be. This is something where a book publisher needs to decide how are they going to go about selling their books. Are they going to use just a book wholesaler? Are they going to use any kind of specialty wholesaler? Are they going to go directly from their website? Do they want their products sold in brick and mortar stores like Barnes and Noble? Are you looking at campus, university, bookstores, going online? So this is just an example of all of the different options to be able to get your product out to the final consumer. Then lastly, when you're entering into international markets, as you go from left to right on this slide, you go from safer to riskier investments. Exporting usually is the first step. This is where you just send your product overseas or through to another potential international market, and you're usually working just with intermediaries. There are some sort of specialists usually internationally to be able to help with the target market in that particular country as well. This is a way for firms to be able to test an international market with a low investment, low amount of time, low amount of money in comparison to having a direct investment as well. Licensing could be something that's a little bit easier. The licensee in the foreign market takes most of the risk on with this, so it's not as much on the parent company. And if good partnership actually works out, it can be a very effective way to enter the foreign market. Management contracting, this is relatively low risk approach for international marketing as well. Can be important in developing nations like the lower third world or developing countries, or ones where the government is less stable. It's just another option to be considered. Joint venture, this is where in some countries this is the only way to actually enter into the countries, by going into an agreement where it is you and another company. Sometimes even the government of that particular country entering into an agreement together, in essence to work together. Direct investment is a big commitment, greater risk, in essence setting up shop there and running your business from there as well. A huge investment there. So as you move from left to right, you increase risk, but you also increase control over the marketing that is going on as well. All right, and that is now the end of Chapter 10.